we are differentiating the schema in two levels. We are defining your memory space as well as your logical things, okay? That means the same thing we are doing, we are designing the level of your storage. That means physical, that means your hard disk, your memory space, okay, in that. So difference is just that. Now, physical data independence, the ability to modify the physical schema without changing the logical schemas. Okay, schemas, that means here we are just talking about the ideas. Okay, we have not started working on your database yet with any programming language or anything. Okay. Yes, Masa. Schema is the process to show the level like this. Yes, that means how you are going to build. Just like I gave you example of building, construction of a building. That means you cannot directly go and start construction of your building. What you need an architecture design, okay, design for that building. I mean, so it depends. So that same thing we are applying in your database management system, okay. Now data models. Here you can say the question could be of you can say MCQs, true and false, or you can say fill in the blanks. Okay, but when it is fill in the blanks, then I don't think so. It will be hard for all of you to find anything. Okay. Now, go through the tuples, record, table, okay, everything, because this could be in your MCQs. Maybe they will. Okay, just hold on. Okay. So data model, this you can expect in especially this portion because this includes the MCQ type things, okay. Now just data models, they may ask you what is data model, so you will be able to write down the correct option, okay. They may give you the 4 options as well as you can say the other 3 options which will not be correct. So it's your duty to write down the correct option for that. Now about data manipulation language, same thing. So maybe they will ask you about the procedural language. This could be in your fill in the blanks, MCQs, or short answer question. Okay, these 2 things. Procedural, the question could be defined procedural language. And I forgot to mention you, just keep your notebook or your Word document open, which whatever I am telling you, whatever I am teaching you, just write down the important points, okay, and study accordingly. So just do that, okay. So it will be helpful for all of you. It will be like study guide for you to study accordingly. Now procedural. So here they may ask you about this about data manipulation language. This could be in MCQs. Maybe short answer question, okay. No, you cannot expect any long answer question over that because we don't have much theory or much more explanation for the descriptive question, okay. Now here you can expect the short answer question out of these 3 things like data manipulation language, so you should be able to write down these things, okay. That means whatever you find under the explanation regarding data manipulation language. Now 2 classification, 2 classes of languages, procedural and declarative, okay. So here if suppose question is what is procedural language, so you should be able to write down the answer like user specifies what data is required and how to get those data, okay. So this much definition is enough if you write in short answer. But if you would like to give any example, then if you like that you will not lose a single point in this question, okay. And short answer question is of 4 to 5 marks. So don't take it for granted because you should be or you must write complete words, complete lines, okay. I don't expect a single word or 2 from your side for short answer questions. I need at least 1 to 2 lines when it comes for short answer questions, okay, because it is of worth of marks 4 to 5 marks. Alright, is it okay? So here, these three things: data manipulation language, procedural, and declarative, okay? Maybe they will ask you about these three things as a definition. Same thing about data definition language. It could be in your short answer question, as well as you can have any question related to this slide in MCQs, true and false, fill in the blanks, okay? Now SQL, same thing applies to this slide only, okay? Now coming towards the storage management, okay? Now storage manager, okay, the question could be of short answer, okay, for storage management, for transaction management, okay, and you can expect a question for what is the role or responsibility of a database administrator, okay, because you can expect this question from this chapter as well, okay. So you should be able to write down what is the difference, what is the role of a database administrator, or what is the responsibility of transaction manager, or you can say storage manager, or transaction management or manager, and database users and administrators. So here you can have the question like what is the purpose of database administrator, okay? So the three questions in the form of short answer question, okay, for these three. Which one? For database administrator and user, okay, transaction management and storage management. The short answer question for that. As well as you can expect multiple choice questions, that is MCQs, and fill in the blanks. If it isn't fill in the blanks, there is no problem for all of you to write it down. But here, especially just pass it over for short answer questions, okay? For, again, I'm repeating, storage manager, roles and responsibility of a storage manager, and what is the transaction management. Then you should be able to write down the definition like this one, okay? It is a collection of operations that performs a single logical function in the database application, okay? Now next thing is about database administrator. What is the role of database administrator, okay? So this is about the chapter 1. Now coming towards the chapter 2. So any more questions you have related to your chapter 1? If it is, then please let me know as soon as possible, okay? Are you all sure? No question for first chapter 1? No, you don't have to draw anything, any diagram. It will be a theory-based question. That means only you have to write down the explanation, just like what is the role of transaction manager. Then you are going to write down something. You should write down the responsibility of a database administrator, okay? So can anyone of you tell me what is the role of database administrator, role of the database administrator? Yes, anybody? So the database administrator. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So here the responsibility of database administrator is to design the logical and physical schemas, okay? We are talking about the schemas because this is the person in face-to-face class or virtual class I have explained in the first chapter itself, that is database administrator. Okay, administrator who will admin all the administer all the thing. Okay, so here designing the logical schema and physical schema, and you can say it will tell you he will be able to, the person who is administrator, he will give you the security and authorization, okay, for everything, and it will make sure the data is available and how to recover from the failures. Okay, so these are the responsibilities of a database administrator. Yeah. Yes. So Mesa, I'm giving you one job. Just do one thing. Write down all the points which I'm telling you and send it to me in Word document, okay? Or send it to all your friends, okay? Please do that, okay, after the class, and include me, okay? Send one copy to me as well, all right? And if you have your friends in other branches, like any other branches, so you can forward them also, no problem. But please don't record this session because we are not allowed to do so. If anybody come to know, and they will come to know if anybody record the session, so it will create chaos for any one of you if you do so. Okay, so it's my duty. It's my duty to share and tell you all these things. All right. So no, it's not Fadwa's Maisa's job only. Okay, if anybody would like to do so voluntarily, because Maisa is much more concentrating over that, so that's why I'm giving her this job. But anybody would like to do so, you know, you are most welcome to do that. Okay, because it will benefit someone. All right. So here, the database administrator is to design logical and physical schemas. Security and authorization, data availability, and recovery from failures, how to do that, okay? So let's start with the chapter 2. So the question for chapter 2 here about attribute and tuples. So you can expect a question from in MCQs, okay? So a tuple is responsible for, they will give you some options and you will be able to write down. So because if you remember, in components, in relational model components, I have given you all the detailed theory about 6 things: the record, tuple, table, integrity constraints, okay? All these things I have given you in face-to-face class on the board, if you remember. Just go to your mobile and see the pictures. You might have taken the pictures. I think you must have taken. Okay? So these questions related to table, record, tuples, these could be in multiple choice questions and fill in the blanks or true and false, okay? Now the question, yes, Ruba. Now chapter 2, slide number 7 is related with keys. So just go through all these keys, okay? Primary key, candidate key, and super key, okay? These are all 3 things. Now I think Mashal, she has a question about foreign key constants, okay? Referencing relation and reference to relation. Yes, Mashal, because yes, Mesa, because see, the concept will be same. Primary key is a unique identity for your attribute, okay? That means for your table, for your attribute. That means for your relation, you are selecting unique identity, okay? So, and unique identity will always be ID, because ID is not the similar. Name could be repetitive or any other information could be repetitive, but the ID that we give, any organization give to that employee will not be similar, okay? So in that sense, this is a unique identity. Okay, Ruba? Yes, Mesa. So chapter 7, because the key concept will remain throughout the same, because we are talking about the database management system, okay? So anyhow, if you remember, I have told you that throughout this semester, you will be finding each concept related to each other, okay? So here, keys and everything. So Michelle, you have question again for this because I thought I think I have explained this in email. Yes, Maisa. Superintendent can be more than one, okay, like your primary key, depending upon your database type or organization, you can say. Now, schema diagram, just go through it, where you will have to, maybe they will give you or ask you about the primary key or candidate key or foreign key. Because see the diagram here with the arrows, directed line or directed arrows, they will indicate that you are taking these things as a reference. So the reference, that means a foreign key. Okay? So go through this diagram as well. And relational algebra is very, very important thing. Okay? So in that, here, these are the examples. But instead of these examples, go to book. Okay, so okay, just let me find it out. Okay, for now, just I'll just explain this and then I'll try to explain, solve same type of question. Okay, so now here you can expect the question like this. Or Mecca, if you can go to chapter 2 and tell me what type of questions you have in that. Michelle, can you write it down? Can you copy and paste that question to me? Because right now I cannot open any other thing, okay? When I'm sharing, I couldn't open any other file or something, okay? Yeah. Okay, my son. Yes, Michelle, please, if you could write it down, the question, or copy and paste. Yes, this type of question could be there, everyone, that they will give you the diagrams, okay, ER diagrams. So one by one we will come there. Now, in exam, yes, Mesa, if you could find any question in your book for chapter 2. Can you send it to me? Send it through email so I can open it now, if possible. Just do one thing, just send it. Okay? Now, relational algebra question could be like that. They will provide you with the schema diagrams. Okay, schemas like if suppose person, customer, or university example is like instructor. Okay, and then they will give you name, salary, or ID like that. Okay, and they will give you question like consider a database with the following schema like that. I have told you, and like if find all instructors at least under the age of 23 or 25 or 28 like that. Okay, so you must be able to write down the queries, relational algebra question, okay, from that. So now here, selection of pupils. So for that purpose, you must go through all the slides from starting from slide number 10 for this chapter, because here they have given you the questions. Like here, select pupils with A equal to B and B is greater than. Now can you see the slide? I'm on slide number 10. Yes, Manal? Can you see the slide? So here, select the tuples. That means we are talking about tuples. So with A equal to B, that means only two, column A and column B, which will be equal. So here, alpha and beta will be equal, and the condition is that here, Rupa, this one is the example, okay? Same example I'm explaining to you so that you can understand. The question could be like this, and this is the way you should write down the schema, okay? Like here, select tuples with A equal to B and B is greater than 5. Yes, Ravan, that's good. Yes. Yeah. Yes, this is the example. Same example, you can have it. Same example, I don't think the same example, but such type of examples. Okay, yeah, Miami and all. Yeah, such type of questions you can expect in your exam. Okay, so and I think when you go to the book number, page number for that book. So there you will find these expressions, okay, algebra expression, relational algebra expression. So I don't think you will get problem in solving that thing. Let me check if I have received. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, but here instead of this thing, okay, instead of the relational expression, they will give you the queries, okay. That means just like Ravan, she has mentioned the question like find the names of all employees who live in the city of Miami, find the names of all employees whose salary is greater than $1 lakh or 100,000, find the names of all the employees who live in Miami and whose salary is greater than $1,000, 100,000, okay? So these type of questions you can expect in exam, okay? So just concentrate over that, because right now I don't have any, equipment or any device that I can send you and I can show you how to write it down, okay? Yeah. Yes. So, for example, the best example, this one is that now here, what you are going to do, you are going to find out the tuples A and B, which is equal to, okay, the values equal to, A is equal to B, that means the values should be equal, okay. So here you can see we have two values, alpha and beta. That means we are here finding or selecting two tuples with the same value, but here the condition is that these should also be there, but the tuples who is having values greater than 5 just should be taken. No. You have to write on algebra expression method. They will give you the questions like that, okay? They will give you the question. In your the question you have sent me, they have given you the expressions, and then you have to explain the things and what exactly happening over there. But it would be opposite. That means you will be provided with the questions, and you have to write down relational algebraic expressions for that. Okay? No, really. You don't have to write down or draw anything, okay? Everything will be provided, every diagram they will provide you. Only thing is that you have to read out the question, what exactly you need to do, and Michelle, you're talking about word and word not. I'm not getting your question. What exactly you mean? Yeah, and word, yes, yes. Yes, you have to put that, okay? You have to put. Because see here, this is the question, and here you can see the relational algebra will be like this. Select A equal to B and B greater than 5 of R, okay? That means, okay. Just hang on, let me check if online I can see any example. Okay, just hold on. If suppose go to chapter number 7 or at least chapter number 2. Any other questions you find, or these are the only questions you have? Only this? Okay. So here, see what you have for this relational algebra question, expression questions. They will provide you with the schema. All of you know what is schema? Like here, instructor, no, I'm not explaining anything from slides now because you don't have any questions from your slide, okay? Let me share chapter number 7, okay? I'll just start sharing chapter number 7. By the time I'll just see, or just look online, just search, Google it if you can see any other relational algebra question. Because these questions are very important, okay? So here, instructor, like name, salary, and ID. So these are called as the schemas, okay? That means in your exam they will give you the schemas, okay? And out of these schemas you have to find out, and you will be provided with the primary key, okay? Like here ID is the primary key, so it will be underlined, okay? Now here, for example, find all instructors, find all instructors by name and name under the, or by name, or you can say by at least like here, find all instructors who could be okay. So find the names of all instructors by whose salary is greater than equal to 1 the thing which I got. Okay. Okay. So this expression, I will explain. Okay. Because here you will find so many things. All right. So here, this one is good. I will share this. Okay. Oh, just wait, I'll start sharing. Now all of you can see the sharing. Okay. So here the database is so here consider the database is for example. So here they have given you the person with name, age and gender, and name is a key, that means your primary key. Frequent, that is name of pizzeria, is a key. Pizzeria, that means all of you know, all of you are always have that thing. So eats, name or pizza, and serves pizzeria, pizza and fries. That means these are the schemas they have given you, and here these are the primary keys that we have mentioned here. For this pizza frequent, we have name and pizzeria. Eats of name and pizza is a key, primary key, and pizzeria and pizza is a primary key here. Now what you have to do here, they have given you write relational algebra expression for the following 9 queries. Okay, so here find all pizzerias frequented by at least one person under the age of 18. That means here all we can say is so the answer like here, projection, pizzeria, okay, because we want to find out the pizzerias frequented. That means frequently used by at least one person under the age of 18, okay. So that means the person who is under 18 is frequently visiting this pizzeria. So we have to find out that, okay. So here what we have to do, we have to find out, that means we have to project. Project, that means project symbol, pipe symbol, pizzeria, and then select age. Why? Because we have to select age. The condition is that age should be greater than 18, under 18, okay. So here select age less than 18, in the bracket person, because we have to select this from the person table, okay, because the name and everything is given in the person table, okay. And since we have to join the two tables like frequent, because we are taking it from the frequent, so here it could be frequent, okay. So select frequent, okay, like that. They have given answers for this? Yeah, like this. So these are the answers, okay. So here project pizzeria, select age less than 18 from person, and this is joining symbol and frequency, because we have to join these person and frequency. So that's why that's how we are going to get the information, okay. Yeah, so two operations at the time. That means we are going to perform two operations over that, okay? Now let's see the second operation. What they want is find the names of the all females who eat either mushroom or pepperoni pizza for both. So here, select name, okay? Project name, yes. When you can use natural join when you have question like this, okay? That means you want to collect two information at the same time. So here, like here for first example, yes, Mesa? So this is the best example. So you can go through these example, okay? This example, all right? So keep it in mind in this one, this example. Mesa has got it, got a good example, okay? So you can expect the question same example like this, okay? From your so just try to work on these questions, okay? So here select name. Project name, because we want the name of the ladies, females who eat pepperoni or mushroom pizza, okay? So here select gender, since they given as the female gender, and this symbol that you're talking about, Mashail. So here symbol for that means and not clear swag, that means slides are not visible for you. This one? See, Mesa, the first question is that what we have to do, we have to find out, let me go back to the question, and find all pizzerias frequented by at least one person under the age of 18. That means here, what we are going to find, person who is visiting that Pizza Hut, okay? For example, Pizza Hut or shops, you can say. Yes, Sarah. So here two things are mentioned. That means the person as well as frequented. That means if you can go back to your schema, you have two things, person and frequent. These are two tables, okay? So from these two tables, we need to join information from these two tables, okay? So for that reason, we are using this, because we are joining two tables, frequented and person table. For what? For person, for the just to find out who is below age 18, and person and frequented, that means the name of pizzeria, that means the shops, okay? Like in the mom, how many, where you will have, or where are the Pizza Hut centers, where are the PhDs, okay? Pizza Hut delivery. These are the things. These are the shops located in which area, how, okay? So for that reason, we are joining these two tables, all right? For person and frequented. For what? We need to find out the pizzerias frequented by at least one person under the age of 18. That means we are collecting information from the table person, okay, for age, and frequented table for knowing the name of that pizza shop or Pizza Hut, okay? Now is it clear to all of you? Mesa, Mashail, everyone else? So if such questions is there, that means we are joining, where we are natural joining. These are the natural join, okay? The symbol is like bow, tie bow, okay? So here, project pizzeria, select age less than 18 from the table person, okay? All right? Because age will be mentioned in table person, isn't it? Isn't it or not? Is it or not? So, and since we have to join this person table with frequency to know the name of pizzeria, we are making use of this symbol that is like your bow, okay, tie bow. Frequency, that means the table from which we are going to get information about the pizzerias. Pizzerias, that means the centers. If, for example, near our university, SEU, how many centers are there, so that we can, for online, we can book for pizzas and they can deliver it, okay? So Pizza Hut is there. I don't know, I just know about the pizza, okay? Any other, I don't know. Yeah, so for that reason, two tables we are joining, okay, natural join, because from these two tables only we are going to get the information, okay? So here, project pizzeria from the person. So can you just log out and log in again, because I think nobody is having any problem. Everyone, all of you can see the slide? Because Swad is complaining about the clarity of this. So I think Swad, just sign out and sign in again, okay? So in next table, the question is like, find the names of all females who eat either mushroom or pepperoni pizza, okay, or both. So for that reason, what we have to find out, we have to see, like here, project name, gender female, pizza equal to mushroom, or pizza equal to pepperoni, okay? So what we want to hear, person and eats. Why? Because we are taking information from person and eats. Eats, if you go back to table, here, eats, name and pizza. So name of that pizza, we're talking about name of that pizza, alright? So here, pepperoni pizza or mushroom pizza, which one they eat? Either this or both, okay? So for that reason, we are joining these two tables, okay? And since we are gathering information from these two tables, so we need to write it down in separate brackets, okay? So for the brackets you see is because we are joining these two tables, because we need information from these two tables. So here person and eats, okay? So here female, we need to find out the females who eat either mushroom or pepperoni pizza or both, okay? So this way we can write down the information like that, okay? So for rest of the question, go through like that. Yes, Rupa. Yes. So I think you should practice this question, okay? Same question for pizzas and pepperoni. Just practice over this question. So you can expect same question, or you can say same format of the question, okay? So Rupa and everyone, just practice over this question, okay? About the pepperoni, this same, I'll just copy and paste. So please save everyone this please save the link and try to work on accordingly, okay? So you can expect the same question from your for such type of relational algebra questions, okay? Now I hope this is clear to all of you. Yes or no? Is it clear? Okay. So let me stop sharing now. And Sarah, yes, but okay, please tell me what you want. Okay, what you need to know. C. Question C. Find the names of all females who eat both mushroom and pepperoni pizza. Yes. See here. since we know we want to join, see see here, the problem is that I cannot write down, okay? I cannot use the symbol because in this thing the symbols are not given. So for that, Ruba, you can go to book, okay? This is from book, so you can go to book and you can find it, you will find the answer for that, okay? Even in slide also you can get the answer for this. Okay, so everyone please go to this example, okay? Just try to sort out the questions from this slide, this website. Okay, so it will help you to understand the questions. Okay. Okay, Sarah, okay, because here we are talking about both, okay, Sarah, we are talking about both, so that for that reason we must use this, the symbol will be changed, okay, because we are not talking about either or here, that means and or, we are talking about both the things, that means both things of pepperoni and what is that, mushroom pizza, okay? So that for that reason we are going to use this, okay? Or else what you can do, instead of using the symbols, what you can do, you can write down and or words, okay? If it is confusing, then just don't do that, write down the words and or directly, like this, okay? Is it clear now, Sarah? Okay, Ruba, just practice over this question, okay? Answer 2 and 2.7 question. Michelle, I did not receive your mail. If you can send it again. It's about quarantine or from chapter 7, right? So let me just open the chapter 7. I'll start sharing the thing. Okay, so if anybody could write the same thing, Mashal, if you can write down, just copy and paste if possible. I don't think you will get a problem copy and pasting at this question, so that I'll explain those things. Now, let me tell you, first of all, the important thing about the questions that you could face, you could have in your exam related to Chapter 7 is that they will give you the ER diagrams, okay? ER diagrams, they will give you, and accordingly you have to write down the relational schemas for these entity relationship models, okay? That means simply the schemas for that, okay? That means here they will give you two entities, like suppose instructor and student and the relationship between them, okay? Okay, this way. Now everyone can see the slide clearly. I hope nobody is having any problem. So here, maybe they will give you the diagram like this, okay? Or if you can see the slide. Slide number 17, please. Instructor entity is there with ID, name, and salary. The relationship between them is advisor, okay, student, and the three attributes ID, name, and total credit. So what you have to do, you have to write down the schema diagram for that. That means here for one instructor with as you can see, ID is underlined. That means this is the primary key. So simply what you will have to do, you just have to write down instructor ID. ID should be underlined, okay, and name and salary. Okay, yes, it should start like this: instructor, ID, name, and salary. And for student, same thing, ID should be underlined, okay. If underline is not there, I will not give you any mark for that. Name, because in the primary, all of you know, for several times I have explained this, that any attribute is underlined. That means it is for the reason, because that is the primary key for that, okay. And if suppose I did not see, because here I cannot write down underline, I cannot make it underline now, but here when exam you should write down primary key with underline, okay. Yes, you have to. Yes, Najla. So here student like this: ID, underline, name, total credit, okay. So this is you have to write down, okay. Just like online, you can go and you can find Sarah, okay? Because they will not give you the example same as it is in your book, or you can say in your slides. Maybe the concept, because the concept is clear, you can write down from any diagram, any given diagram, okay? Yes, Ruba, they will give you the diagram like this, okay? In slide 17, you can see the diagram like that, and you have to write down the relational schema. Just now I have showed you the same thing, okay. That means here you find two entities, okay. And next and if you remember, this is about the binary operation, but when it comes for if you remember, we have added the attributes. Yes, Mesa, we have to write down the entities, not entities, entire schemas, logical schemas for that ER diagram, okay? These are called the logical schemas which I have written down, okay? Now coming towards the 19, that means if you remember, we have added date attribute to your existing tables, okay? So same thing, you are going to write it down, but if you remember the concept of ternary relationship, binary relationship, I'm not getting you myself what you want to know exactly. See here, all of you can see the slide? Yes, so here, what you have to do, they will ask you the question, write down the relational schemas according from the given ER diagram, okay? So for example, this is the diagram and the first diagram which I have. This is the diagram. So here, yes, entities, yes, myself. Yes, myself, about these two only, these two things only, okay? Not about the relationship, okay? Just about the entities, yes. I'm sorry, I took time to understand your question. Yes, you are correct. Just about the entity sets, okay? It's not about entity, only about entity sets, okay? Instructor is one entity set and student is another entity set. And in this diagram, especially 19, you must write down about the date, okay? Date also. So can anyone tell me how to write down about the date? Okay. No, it will be like here, advisor. Okay, advisor will be the thing. Okay, advisor, and then ID of from ID from your instructor. Okay. Yes, exactly, Sarah. Yes, exactly, correct. Yes, not redundancy, but for just to keep the fixed track of assistance or association. Okay. So in this manner, you are going to write down for ternary relationship. Okay, like this. Okay. So this is the way you are going to write it down, okay, for this type of question. And definitely you can expect the question from this also. So Michelle, please let me know about your question because I did not receive your email yet about the question. Michelle, are you there? So send me your question, okay? And next thing you should focus on it's about extended ER features, okay, like specialization, generalization. See, Sarah, in exam the question will be very clear, okay? Oh yeah, you send me again, okay? Okay, now I received. I've received your email. Let me just check your email. Okay. So here are the questions. You will not get like 2.6. You will get like 2.7. Okay. Okay, Michelle and everyone. The question. Okay, let me share this. Okay, all of you can see this? See the sharing? All of you can see it clearly? Everyone, Swaz, Manal, Sarah, Fatima, everyone? Okay, so here, when it comes for this type of question, I don't think so they will give you this type of question because it will be very easy for all of you to write it down. So they will give you the question like 2.7, okay? That means, now is it clear? So 2.7 they have given you to consider the relational database for 2.14, give an expression in the relational algebra to express each of the following queries, okay? So you have to write down these queries like this, okay? So in exam you can expect the question like 2.7, alright? So here, now Michelle, shall I explain this to you or is it okay? Because I think I have explained this in with the example of pizzeria. So all of you, I just would like to tell you to concentrate over that pizzeria expression question, okay? So it will be helpful for all of you. Just concentrate over that. So Ruba, you have to write down, find the names of all employees who live in the city Miami. So it will be project, okay? Since here we don't have the relational schemas, otherwise I would have given you. Yeah. So here they have yes. So here project name. Okay, find the names of all employees who live in the city Miami. So here's project name. That means the name we have to find out from city, because we are talking about the city who lives in city. So city equal to Miami from employee. So this Miami must be from the table employee. So that's why we have taken the table employee over here. Okay, Ruba? And again, second thing is find the names of all employees whose salary is greater than $100,000. That means project name again, because we have to find out the name of the employee. And select salary greater than 100,000. That means here the condition is that salary should be greater than 100,000, okay? Again from the employee table. And here find the names of all employees who live in Miami and whose salary is greater than $100,000. Name, city Miami, and salary, because and in the symbol you can use A and D, okay? And salary greater than 100,000 from employee. Okay, Ruba? Is it clear? Thank you, Mesa, for providing this. Okay, it helps me a lot instead of searching everywhere. Now, here, so just concentrate over these two things, okay, or these three things, these four things. So it will help you a lot. Okay. So I personally tell you to prepare the question, this question, okay, in from exam perspective, this area question. It will be helpful for all of you. Now, Marshall, is it clear? Okay. And like I said, for other questions you can learn, you can study the extended ER feature from this chapter 7, okay? Like specialization and generalization, in that overlapping and disjoint, okay? These are the important things that you should focus on, okay? That means that the design constraints on a specialization and a generalization. And no, short answer only, you can expect short answer questions, okay? Long answer question could be from chapter 7, okay, and chapter 2 only. I think that's all we can have in your midterm exams, okay? For chapter 1, especially concentrate for MCQs, everything from chapter 2, relational components, tuples, records, tables, everything you can concentrate from for MCQs, fill in the blanks and true and false, okay? So, and for this short answer and long answer question, you can expect the questions which you have had in your assignment, as well as you can say the questions right now we have taken, okay? Apart from this, any questions, anything you would like to know? No, Manal, you can expect the explanation questions like define what is overlapping, or just difference with what is the difference between overlapping and disjoint. Yeah. Chapter 1 and 7. You can expect chapter 1 and 7, okay? So if no questions, so without wasting any time, go back to your studies and best of the best luck for your studies and the midterm exam. Inshallah, I'll be there tomorrow. So if any question you don't understand, I'll just explain the question, okay? Don't expect any answer from my side, alright? So best of the best luck, ladies. And if no questions, you can log out the session and go back to your studies. Thank you so much for this session. And Meta, please send me the copy, okay, which I have asked you for, okay? And please don't forget to share these things. If when Meta, she will send you the document, or if she will send me, I will send you all the documents. So don't forget to share this document with your other branch friends, okay? It will help them, alright? Welcome. You can expect in the form of MCQs, Alhamdulillah. MCQs, true and false, and fill in the blank. You can expect question, same thing like maybe in define, or you can say fill in the blanks, true and false, or MCQs, okay, sir? No. No drawing of ER diagram, okay? Only the ER diagrams will be there, and you have to write down this relational schema for that. Yes, anybody would like to have any questions? Fadwa, Manal, Maram, Mishail? Yes, thank you, Mesa, and don't forget to send me the points, okay? And share with everyone and the friends. Mesa, you were talking about the friends, so you can send these points to those friends also, okay? Like in any other branch, you have any friend or anybody you know, just send them, okay? Thank you so much, Mesa. Welcome.